Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome students. This is lecture 15 of mobile application development course. Today we are going to start Connect 3 app which uses animations. In the previous lecture we discussed what animations are and how you can use animation in your mobile apps. But today we are going to develop a workable app and that uses animation, and then you will see a practical example of it, and I hope that you will then understand how to implement or how to convert concepts into reality. So today inshallah we are going to once again discuss animations, and then we are going to Connect 3 apps. So animations are used almost in all apps. They are they are used to make app more attractive, for to make user interaction more easy, or to make app more understandable. So with that, I'm going to open Android Studio, and first I'm going to create a new app. So click on File, New Project, select Empty Activity as always, and then click Next. And here I'm going to give it a name, give it a meaningful name. It's a Connect 3. Let's say Connect 3 app, and make sure that the language is Java. Click Finish, and let the Android Studio complete its job. I want to show you something. Whenever you create a project, there are a lot of files that are generated for you, and you can see those files. Like you can see those files here in this MCS folder. You can see that Android Studio has generated a lot of files for you. So if I right click on it and go to properties, you will see that initially almost 600 KB of files are generated for you on the hard disk. Alright, with that I'm going to go back to Android Studio, and I'm going to close all these apps because they are taking CPU resources. Alright, so everything looks fine. So first we are going to design our app. So this app is very much similar to Tic-Tac-Toe app, but I hope that we are going to use animation in that, so that it is easier for you to play this app. So I have already downloaded images from the internet. You can use any images. So I have red images, yellow image, and a board images, which is 3x3 board, 3 rows and 3 columns. So I'm going to cut them and then go to Android Studio, and in drawable folder you can paste them. So click OK, click OK again. So now you see all those images are ready for you. Okay, then you know that in order to make a design, we go to the layout_main XML file. You can delete this text view because we do not need it, and then I'm going to use a grid layout. So search grid layout here. If you cannot find it, then you can search it on the find menu. So I'm going to search it in the palette and just type grid. Yes, there you have it. So drag it over here. It's says that it needs some type of a library, and I want to add that library. This is why Gradle is so good, and this is why we can like integrate components and library on the go. So you make sure that you have internet connection on. Okay, so let us see what is happening at the background. So it is receiving some data, so it means that it is importing, adding that component. So this is a game, and let me show you that this is like we have 3 rows and 3 columns. So this is like a tic-tac-toe game. So if you wins if you have your pattern horizontal wise or vertical wise or diagonal wise. So 2 players can play this game. So for one player we have chosen this red circle, and for other player we have chosen this yellow circle. Let me close them, and I hope that it will be added soon. Okay, so while this is Android Studio is doing its job, let me discuss some of important things in Android Studio. The manifest file is an extendable markup language file. It contains the main information of your app. Like if you click it, you can see that your application for now has only one activity, and that is called main activity. The style is app theme, and you are using this icon as your default icon. The label of this app is Connect 3 app. You know that all of the strings are contained in the string file, so that is why here we are referring at the string file. There is a variable called app underscore name, and the value of that variable is Connect 3 app. Alright, and then we have this icon. This icon is present in mip-map folder. You can see this mip-map folder over here. So this is our default icon. So you can change this icon. I think Android Studio has completed its job. So I'm going to go back to Android Studio, get a little space. So grid layout has been added. So let me select this grid layout, and let me see that whether we have okay, the constraints are missing. It means that okay, let me just delete it, and I'm going to once again I'm going to get it. So there it is, it's a grid layout. Drag it. Alright, so now I'm interested in the properties of grid layout. So okay, so let me just constrain it to the left, to the right, because for some reason I cannot see its properties, but you can see those properties here in the XML file. I think if I use only only the grid layout, the plain grid layout, so that will be easy for us. It will be easier to work with. Okay, now you can see all these properties have been appeared. So I'm going to constrain. So it is constrained, and let us give it an ID. So the ID is grid layout. Okay, and I think we should adjust it because uh, let me give it a width of let's say 368, and also the height of 368, and do not forget to put DP, and that is looking okay. So this is your grid layout, and now what we can do, we can add add uh, an image on top of this grid layout, um, so that it appears for a user can see that what is happening at the background. Okay, so you know that we already have imported the all these images. So here I'm going to search for the background. Okay, there it is. Click this button, and on the background I'm going to use this board. So now it looks fine. Okay, so once you have selected this board image, the next thing is to add images uh, to each of these columns. But for that, remember that we haven't defined the column and the row count of our grid layout. So column count here is 3, and we can search for the row count. Okay, there it is. A row count is also 3. So make sure that you have 3 by 3 grid layout. With that, uh, the last step is to like somehow add those images. So let me add one image on top of my grid layout. So for adding image, you can go and select image view. So yes, there it is, and drag it over here, and inside this drawable folder we have this red image. So you can see that red image. I think we can find out the way of how to adjust that image. For the moment, uh, it is working. Like we have imported the first image, so we should make sure that the other cell also gets their images. So for that, what we can do, we can uh, we can go to our XML file, and there we can do copy and paste, because one of the images has been imported. So if you are okay, let me copy this image and paste it below. So row 0 and column 1. So now you can preview it. There you see you have another image. So let us do the same for the rest. Copy, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it. Let us see how it looks on the design mode. Okay, so we haven't changed the column and rows, so that is why it is not appearing. So this would be column 2. You can preview it over here. You see that the image appears over here, and now we have row 1 and column 0. Alright, and then we have row 1, column 1, and then we have row 1, column 2. There you see all those images appears on our grid. We can adjust those images, but for now we just want to make sure that everything is happening fine. So I'm going to paste these 3-time mode. So our row is 0, 1, 2, row 2 and column 0. Again it's row 2, column 1, and it's row 2 and column 2. So you can see those images. We can adjust the size of those images, but for now you can see that every cell has its own image. The next thing is to decide about the size of that image. So because you see that now it is like not fitting inside one cell, so what I can do, I can select it and make the layout width of, it's all about trial and error, 100 dp. It's looking fine, and also make the width of 100 dp, and that is looking perfect. But I think it is not in the middle, so we have to somehow set the margin to be off. Let me first select the margin. So there it is. So margin left, I think it is, let us make it. Okay, now you see that it is almost in the middle. So from the above, margin top, we can also set it to 5 dp. I think I should first select this, and then margin top 5 dp. Now you see that it's almost, it is almost perfect. Okay, the next thing is to copy the size to rest of the image view. So I'll be going back to my XML file. Alright, so let me go to the XML file, and just for the sake of this video, I'm going to delete the rest of these images. And yes, this image was looking good, so go and copy it, paste it, and change the row to be 0 and column to be. If I just delete this row and column, so you see that it has automatically inserted a new image to the second cell. want to bring it back. So the column is 1, and this is image view. Let us make it image view 1, and this is image 2. Okay, and I think the margin should be 20. Now looks good. Yeah, it is looking good. Make it a little bit more. Make it like 23. And I mean it's all about trial and error. So now it is looking fine. I want to select this image view and paste it on. So the column this time is 2. Okay. So this is in fact image 2. This is image 3. So the row is 0, but the column is 1. Alright. Column is 2. And again we have margin problem. So make it 23. Okay. Thinking I should make it 28. Let us make it 30. So this is all about design. I mean you are designing, so what happened to this image view? We should also increase the margin of this image view to be 15. Alright. Okay. Now it is looking perfect. So I think I should copy these 3 image view and paste it below. I want to save my typing. Let me see the time. So okay, we are also running out of time, but let me first complete the design part and then we can work on the coding part. So image 1, 2, 3, 4, image 5 and image 6. So image 4 is at row number 1, row 1, column 0, column 1, and again row 1. Okay, so we have to adjust the margin from the top. So make it 15. Okay, I'm going to make it 20. Make it 20. I think they are looking fine, but I think we should increase it a little bit. So make it 25. 25. 25. So much better. With that, I'm going to once again paste all these images, and this is image 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, image 6. This is in fact image 7. 7, and this is row 2. And this is now image 8. I think we have gone so far. So this is in fact row 2, and this is also row 2. also for the last one make it 25. Oh. Okay, so your design looks perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and let me go to the design. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this image view, and then I'm going to say that the on-click attribute is dropping. So click dropping. So with that, you can see that why are there so many errors. So this is in fact image number 9. This is image 8, image 7, image 5, image 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so let us insert this drop-in image method in the Java code, and for now I'm going to I'm going to click okay, I'm going to replace this red image because initially there should be no image, because whenever we click then the image should appear. Okay, so because I want the image to be appear on the runtime, so for that I'm going to select this drop-in method and go to edit and go to find and replace. Okay, I'm going to find what? I'm going to find this red image, paste it, and I'm going to replace it with, as you know, with this on-click drop-in attribute and replace all. Okay, so you can now see that there is no image, because initially in this Connect 3 game there is no image, but we are ready to now implement our app or do coding for our app, and the design part has been completed. So with that, I think we are running out of time, so I'm going to see you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz. We are going to continue with the same app in the next lecture.